Due to the unfortunate circumstances of COVID-19, we are putting a video together for Swansea's Memorial Day 2020. At this point, I'd like to take a moment of silence for the Holyoke Soldiers Home and all the soldiers and airmen, servicemen, Navy that lost their lives, and also the Gold Star family and all our veterans that paid the ultimate sacrifice, and we're going to honor them this Memorial Day. Moment of silence. Thank you. We're welcomed here today, Bob Flynn, Post 303, the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, and their support and family members. At this point, I'd like to welcome Mr. Flynn to come up and say a couple of words. Thank you.
First and foremost, I want to thank every single Scout family that are here today, and we're here during the past week to put flags on graves. We still have a lot to go, but we're over 300 flags into the process, so I'm very proud of all the work that everyone's doing, and I want to say thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. This time, Mr. Howe Anderson will play taps. This time I'd like to thank Mr. Howard Anderson for doing such a great job at playing taps for us, as he's done for many, many years. This was sort of like a celebration because it's his last year. He's in college and doing very, very well, and we're very, very proud of him. So good job, Hal. At this time I'll turn the program back to Mr. Kevin Serper, your Veterans Agent.
Thank you. Thank you, Scouts, for everything that you do for us and for honoring our fallen servicemen and women. Thank you. I hope you all enjoy the rest of this broadcasting, as we asked some of our guest speakers to film video clips from their houses in accordance with all the guidance that we received from our leadership. So I hope you enjoy it, and I want to say a special thank you to Adam Kitchens with Swansea Cable, local cable access channel, for his hard work and everything he's done putting this all together. Hope you guys enjoy it. Stay safe. Remember to pray and honor our fallen, our Gold Star families, the purpose of Memorial Day, but also our first responders and everybody that's been sacrificing their families. Keep them all in mind. Everybody that's passed in our country and our nation. It's been a really big deal. Hope to see you guys all soon. Someday we'll be back to normal. and we'll be doing this live again. In the meantime, hope you really enjoy what we put together for you guys. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you to the American Legion Post 303 of Swansea. We're here today to dedicate the memory of our proud and brave veterans that have served in all wars. Even though we have the coronavirus, this is a day that we still have to remember our fallen. It's important that we show our support and never-ending support for our veterans and POWs, that no veteran will ever be forgotten. Detachment, forward, march! Detachment, hand salute! Raise the flag. Detachment, hand salute, 2. We welcome you to the American Legion Post 303, Swansea, Massachusetts, for the raising of the colors of our country. Thank you.
Greetings, everyone. I'm the Reverend Dr. Holly Norwick, and I'm the pastor of the First Christian Congregational Church here in Swansea, Massachusetts. On behalf of everyone here at the Old White Church, I want to extend our gratitude for letting us be a part of this Memorial Day again this year. Let us begin with a word of prayer. Please pray with me. Gracious God, as we remember those who gave the ultimate sacrifice so that we might enjoy the freedoms of our everyday, we think of how they followed in the footsteps of your Son, our Savior, Jesus Christ. Lord, in a time when we are used to gathering on the green and being with one another, give us the courage to continue this Memorial Day, the memories, the joys, the sorrows, the songs, the traditions, the prayers that we otherwise do in person with one another. Remembering those who have gone before to lead the way for this very moment is not something that can be prevented by any virus, that cannot be stopped by any safer at home order. This pervades all time and space, as do you, God. So fill each of us with the memories and the gratitude that only you can, knowing that it is because of our brave men and women who gave their lives for us. We can gather even in this way this morning to remember them. Bless their families. Bless all those who are missing someone today. Give them the strength to know that it is because of the one for whom they long, we can worship and pray and gather and remember. In your name we pray. Amen. On behalf of everyone here at the First Christian Congregational Church, we extend our deepest gratitude for the families of those who gave the ultimate sacrifice so that we can continue to worship today. Our prayers cover all of you, as well as those still in the military fighting for our freedoms. From the bottom of all of our hearts, thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Memorial Day service here in Swansea. As you know, our town always gathers to remember those on this most solemn day of the year. There is no day that's more solemn in the calendar anywhere in this country than Memorial Day. Because Memorial Day talks to the best of the best, the bravest of the brave, what it truly means to be a citizen of the United States of America. Memorial Day is a day to remember those we have lost in the service of our country. Those veterans, those young men and women who answered the call to assist in keeping our nation and our country free, with liberty, peace, and everyone having the ability to live in a world and enjoy the freedoms that we enjoy. Make no mistake, Memorial Day in Swansea is probably the most important day to remember. Our scouts have decorated the various graves of those servicemen and women who died for our country, for our community, as a symbol of our gratitude to all of them for what they did. It was a difficult decision, and for many of them many years ago, they really didn't give it an awful lot of thought, other than talking to someone who had been there, who would have told them that it was the best thing that they could ever have done in their life. And speaking about that, there's a young woman in this week's newspaper, Monday's newspaper, last Monday, a week ago, which talks about a Westport senior. Her name is Annie McMaster from Westport High School. Here's a young lady who's a sports athlete, loves her school, has a very aspiring career. She wants to be a physician's assistant. And she said that she was no more influenced about her choice to go into military service than because of what is happening around us today. She sees firsthand the things that are keeping all of us from congregating. If you look around this green today, you'll see it's as beautiful as ever. The Swansea Highway Department, Ronnie Benjamin, Nuno, and the whole team of the Swansea Highway Department continue to keep this place immaculate. It looks as good as Arlington Cemetery, which is the greatest honor in the country to those who have given their lives. Well, here's our Arlington Cemetery, with our plaques, with our stones, with our benches. My dad's bench is right there. Bob Sampson's granite podium. As we said, granite, the symbol of strength, the symbol of resilience, and I must say the symbol of eternity. All of us believe and hope that these things will remain long after we're gone, so that people will know that someone cared, and cared enough to give their life in service of this great nation, and I dare say in service of this great community, the town of Swansea. But this Memorial Day is not only about those that lost their lives, it's about their families. It's about the mothers, the fathers, the sisters, the brothers, the cousins, the neighbors, the friends, the community. These people on Memorial Day have such a heightened emotion about the loss of their loved one. None of us can imagine what that feels like. To those people, we need to be there as community members to say to each and every one of them, I love you, I think about you, I don't know what to say about the one you've lost, but we will remember. Together, we'll get through this, because it's their lost lives, frankly, that made our country the way it is today. And those families, too, we cannot forget on this very special day. Life is a bit changed, though, isn't it? The last few months have really taught us what it means to be resilient. It's taught us what really it means to have faith. This is a time of faith if there was never any in our lifetime. We need to believe in something good. We need to believe in something right. And we need to believe in the fact that America is a country that is resilient and will recover from this horrific pandemic. Who would ever believe that we would be here today on Memorial Day with no one in the crowd? Everyone is home. You're watching this on your phone. You're watching this on TV. You're streaming this on your iPad. Somehow you're with us at a distance. And what do they say in a relationship when you're married? Love gets stronger in times of distance. Sometimes time away makes the heart grow stronger. Our time away is a physical time away. It's a physical time when we all need to separate for health reasons. You know, we talk about Memorial Day, and I think even though it's solemn and what it talks about and what we need to remember has to move into the significance of what's going on here in Swansea, in Massachusetts, in the United States, in the world with this coronavirus pandemic. As much as we think we know and as much research as we've done, we have no idea of the force and magnitude of this invisible thing that has so changed and affected our everyday lives. But like any military service person, we will fight for us, for our families, for our city, for our town, for our government, for the world, because we're in this together. Believe it or not, this Memorial Day, each and every one of you are veterans. And you say, what do you mean by that? Anyone who is fighting the coronavirus, and that's everyone, is fighting a battle. It's a different battle than the one on the front that we read about in the newspapers where another country or another condition is causing us to have a battle. But we're having a battle right now. We're in the battle of our lives. And if we don't do this right, there will be serious consequences. People say, well, in battles you have weapons. Why don't we have weapons against this fight? We do have weapons against this fight. Here's one. Here's another. These are our weapons. They're not rifles, they're not guns, they're not tanks, they're not bombs, they're not hand grenades. These are our weapons. And they're the weapons that are going to get us through. Be assured of that. We will get through this. Using these weapons and being smart. By what we chose to do in this town for Memorial Day was not an easy decision. Some people weren't too crazy about what we chose and how we're doing this. But I can tell you with great assurity from what I've seen, by practicing these measures, by using these weapons of defense against this unconscionable enemy, this virus which has plagued our community, we will recover. We will come back. There are casualties to this battle that have already happened. Thousands and thousands of lives have been lost because of this coronavirus. They have been physically lost to the coronavirus because of a compromised immune system. They have been mentally lost to this virus by people who have committed suicide because they can't take the thought of what's happened. Doctors and medical people taking their lives because what they chose to do and what they promised to do was save people, and they can't. And you know why they can't? Because this is a very, very serious virus. If it were humanly possible to do something about this early on, believe me, with the amount of intelligence that we have in this country and in the world, we would have done this. But if you read history, and there's no better time right now than for all of us to stop and look at history, because it's looking at history that will give us the confidence to move on, to go beyond this virus to the hope of tomorrow. And in history, there were pandemic after pandemic, virus after virus. But guess what? When you turn the page and you look at the next chapter, they recovered. Yes, people were lost. And people are lost every day to the flu. They're lost every day to old age. They're lost to so many different things. They're lost to the virus too. But in this Memorial Day, we have to include, along with our veterans, along with those people who gave their lives for our country, we need to include these people today who have lost the battle to the coronavirus, because they too are soldiers. They too are fighting. They wore their masks and their gloves and used their hand sanitizer, but the virus still crippled their body. The virus still took them from us because of what it is, how it is, and what it does. This page in history will be a page that will live on forever. Remember 9/11? We lost a few thousand lives, and we were devastated. But look at how many thousands and thousands and thousands of lives we've lost here. Make no mistake, we're still devastated. But did we recover from 9/11? Sure we did. I think 9/11 made us stronger. I think it made us stop and think about what it means to be an American. I think it made us stop and think about what we need to do to help each other to get through this. We will get through this. And the symbol to use when you're feeling a little blue, when you're feeling depressed, when you're listening to the news, and remember, news talks a lot more about the bad stories than it does about the good stories, because somehow that comprises news. People want to read about things happening, and sometimes we read about bad things happening, and not enough times do we read about the good. But there is one symbol that we can all use during this time, and especially on this Memorial Day, to help us get through this. And that symbol is right there. Adam, if I could ask you to move the camera. Take a look at that flag. Take a look at what that flag means to this country. The stripes, the stars, the colors, the red, white, and blue. It's a symbol of hope. It's a symbol of remembrance. It's a symbol of eternity. We will get there because of that flag. We will overcome this because of that flag. Find a flag somewhere at home. Find a flag somewhere in a store. Put it on the seat of your car. Don't put it in the window so you can't see out the windshield. Many people drive around and they have it in their truck. These people just want to say to everyone, this is what makes me get up in the morning. This is what makes me want to go to work. This is what makes me want to be an American citizen. The stars on those flags are so symbolic. In times, many, many years ago, when people had children who were on the battlefront, relatives, they would display a star in the window of their home. Usually it was a blue star. And that was a symbol of a loved one away at war. But God forbid if you ever walked around a house that had a gold star. Because that was a star which meant not only do I have a loved one that's at battle, that's giving all to their country, but they gave it all, because the gold star signifies that that individual did not return. So today we need to remember too, the gold star families. No other day during the year is it important for these families to be acknowledged than on Memorial Day. Memorial Day is that day when that sword is shoved into their side again, when that piercing feeling for the loss of their loved one comes back to life. That resurrected feeling of despair and loss, but also the feeling of hope, that what they did was not in vain. What they did, I dare say, allowed you and I and all of us to be here today. Even though we can't be together, distance makes the heart fonder. And in this particular case, your distance on Memorial Day is going to make a difference. I know it's going to be hard. How do you have a barbecue with no one there? How do you go to the beach with no one there? How do you go to visit grandma with no one there? Well, you know what? We have to do that now. We have our weapons, we have our instructions, and we will get through this. So as I always say, thank you so much for joining us today. Even though you're not here physically, I truly feel that we're all together as a town, we're all together as a community. Our hearts are strong, our minds are resilient, We will get through this. Say thank you to our first responders, our hospital personnel, restaurant people, people who are feeding us, the people in the grocery stores. All of these people are on the front. We're in a war. We're in a war against a virus. And hopefully, we're winning that war. The numbers seem to prove that, and our resilience and effort will continue to fight and beat this battle. Keep all of these people, our police, our fire, our medical, emergency management, all first responders, keep them in your thoughts and prayers today. Especially keep our veterans in your thoughts and prayers today. And most especially in your thoughts and prayers today, remember those who have given their lives in the service of our country. May God bless each and every one of you, and by the grace of God, stay safe. We'll see you all soon. Enjoy your day.
Thank you all for joining in today's tribute. I hope you keep our military men and women and the sacrifices they made close to your heart today and throughout the rest of the year. Memorial Day is a chance to appreciate our nation's many freedoms. Our lives have been shaped and made possible by those who served and those who were lost. Especially in challenging times like these, working together with friends, neighbors, first responders, essential employees, veterans groups, and entire communities, we can ensure that the sacrifices made by our nation's finest and bravest never go unappreciated, and that their memories are never forgotten.
Hi everyone, a big hello from the Swansea Somerset Animal Shelter. Wishing everyone a happy Memorial Day. We're going to miss you this year without the parade. But happy Memorial Day, and thank you to all the first responders out there.
And we hope to see everybody soon.
Hello, Town of Swansea. Happy Memorial Day from the Board of Health of the Town of Swansea. I'm hoping everybody's staying safe, wearing masks, keeping 6 feet distance, and remember the fallen soldiers and the people that gave their lives for our country. We love you.
Happy Memorial Day.
Hello, everybody. I want to wish everybody a happy Memorial Day from the Swansea Parks Department, and hopefully we see everybody when everything clears up.
As we approach Memorial Day, let us be mindful of its true meaning. It is a day put aside to honor those brave men and women who gave the ultimate sacrifice for freedom's cause. Our freedom has recently been interrupted by COVID-19, which has changed our American way of life. Many lives have been lost to this deadly virus. Professionals in the medical field have stepped forward and are searching diligently for a cure. I'm got a delay here. Our doctors and nurses are on the front line providing care for those who are suffering. We are grateful for their professional dedication. Although Swansea will not have a parade or Memorial Day or a public ceremony, we will express our gratitude for those that gave the ultimate sacrifice for the cause of freedom. Freedom is not free. It is paid for by human sacrifice with blood and tears, and for that we are forever grateful.
Hi, my name is Lisa Majewski, and I am the Assistant Treasurer for the Town of Swansea. I just want to wish everybody a Memorial Day. Have a great, safe Memorial Day. Thank you to everybody who has been making everybody's work a lot easier, safer. Be safe. Thank you.
Greetings. On behalf of the Swansea Ambulance Corps, I'd like to wish everybody a happy, healthy, safe Memorial Day weekend. Although we won't participate in a parade this year, we are still here, we're responding. We're taking appropriate measures, utilizing PPE. We'd like to encourage people to still practice safe social distancing and wear masks if you're out in public. And our thoughts and prayers are with you all during this time.
Hello. My name is Lori Pimentel, and I'm the Executive Director here at the Swansea Council on Aging. On behalf of our Board of Directors, all of the staff here at the Center, and the seniors we so proudly serve, we would like to take a moment to wish you all a very happy Memorial Day. During the last few months, we have all faced difficulties and challenges, but no one has felt this impact more than our emergency responders and the men and women in the healthcare field who have been doing all they can to keep us safe. They and their families continue to put their lives at risk, and we owe them a debt of gratitude. No one can deny that these last few months have tested us all, and we're still struggling to find our way back. But while we think of that, and while we think of the challenges that we have had to endure, I ask you to stop for a moment and pause and remember what this holiday is really all about. It's about those that have paid the ultimate sacrifice for the freedoms and the safety that we all enjoy. The brave men and women who sacrifice their lives, they are the true heroes in every sense of the word. We should never forget, but on this day in particular, I would like to say that we thank you, we appreciate you, and we honor you and your families for the sacrifices that you have made to keep us safe. You are not forgotten. Take some time to thank someone in the armed forces. Take some time to thank the families of all of those brave men and women who have made us all safer, who have allowed us to live our lives with the freedoms that we all take for granted. Thank you for your sacrifice. Happy Memorial Day.
Good morning. I want to wish everyone a safe and healthy Memorial Day weekend, especially during this crisis. And I also want to say a shout out to all the veterans and families that I worked with and let you know that I miss you all. And if we could just take time out during this weekend to think and really reflect on what this holiday means and for all the people that gave their lives for this country. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is George Arruda. I am the police chief for the Swansea Police Department. Monday, May 25th is Memorial Day, a day that we as citizens honor and cherish our veterans who have served in the armed forces in our country and overseas to protect us, all citizens. Memorial Day we spend remembering and honoring those who have made the ultimate sacrifice and lost their lives and could not return home to their family and friends. Due to their services, all citizens of the United States enjoy freedom. On Memorial Day, I would also like to acknowledge and support the families of our military for their sacrifices and the sacrifices that they've made. On behalf of the men and women of the Swansea Police Department, we thank our veterans for their courage, their dedication, and passion for serving our country. We also, again, thank our veterans for their sacrifices, well understanding that these sacrifices were made for people that they don't even know. So I say on behalf of the department, thank you to our veterans. And at this time, I'd also like to thank all the citizens of Swansea through these very, very difficult times dealing with COVID-19 and the related issues associated with COVID-19. Thank you.
This is Superintendent Robidoux. The Swansea Public School Administrative Team would like to wish our community a healthy and safe Memorial Day. We'd also like to send our positive thoughts to all those affected by COVID-19. Together we will prevail. Be well.
Hi, this is Liz White, Assistant Superintendent, wishing all of you a healthy and safe Memorial Day.
Hi, this is Randy Arruda, Director of Finance and Technology, and I too wish you a safe and healthy Memorial Day.
Hi, I'm Brian McKim, Principal of Joseph Case High School. On this day, I'm grateful for all those who have served and best wishes as we remember those people on Memorial Day.
Chris Costa, Assistant Principal at Joseph Case High School. Have a safe Memorial Day and be well.
Hi, Bob Silvera here, Principal of Joseph Case Junior High School. From all of us at Joseph Case Junior High School, wish everyone all the best On this Memorial Day, we remember those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom.
Good morning, this is Greg Kelly, Assistant Principal of Joseph Case Junior High School, wishing everybody a safe and healthy Memorial Day. Thank you.
Hi, this is Sean Scanlon, Principal of Luther School. On this Memorial Day, the Luther School community honors the sacrifices so many have made for our country.
Hi, this is Wendy Williams, the principal at E.S. Brown School. To our Swansea community, whatever your plans are this weekend, stay sanitized, stay healthy, and stay safe.
Good morning, this is Bill Corville, principal of the Hoyle Elementary School. From our faculty and staff, have a healthy and safe Memorial Day. Be well.
Hi, this is Nick Overy, principal of Gardner Elementary School. Wishing everyone a safe and healthy Memorial Day on behalf of the Gardner Elementary School and all of our little Cardinals. Be well and be kind.
This is Julie Gorell, Director of Student Services for Swansea Public Schools. I'm here to wish you all a safe and healthy Memorial Day.
Hi, this is Danielle Acosta, the Assistant Director of Student Services, and I wish you all a safe and healthy Memorial Day. Be well.
Happy Memorial Day, Swansea residents, from my family to yours. At this time of Memorial Day, let us remember the true reason we celebrate Memorial Day, and giving thanks and appreciation to those present and past who have given us the freedoms that we have in this country. A special thanks to our first responders during this pandemic, our police, fire, and ambulance workers who are on the front lines helping to keep us safe. Happy Memorial Day.
Hi, I'm Swansea Fire Chief Eric Cater, and although we can't gather together to commemorate Memorial Day in the usual way, we can take some time to remember those we've lost and the sacrifices they've made to make us who we are today. So please, help us to keep their memory alive. Help each other during these difficult times, because together we can get through this.
Hello, I'm Deputy Fire Chief Mike Patterson, and on behalf of the men and women of the Swansea Fire Department, I'd like to wish all of you a safe and healthy Memorial Day, and hope to see you all next year when we can resume our normal commemorative activities.
Town of Swansea, as you enjoy time this Memorial Day, please keep the soldiers that did not come home in mind. We are very sad we could not put a parade on for you this year, but felt it was the responsible thing to do to stop the spread of COVID-19. Thank you to Swansea Police, Fire, and Ambulance, the healthcare workers, and all the essential personnel. Thanks to the moms and dads and the guardians, and thank you to all the Swansea students and all the Swansea residents for doing your part in staying home. Thank you to all the veterans for everything. If you know a veteran in need of help, please call our office at 508-673-9814. Thank you. Happy Memorial Day, Swansea. Stay safe and stay healthy.
Hi, I'm State Senator Michael Rodrigues. It is my immense privilege to have this opportunity to pay tribute to the heroes who have given their lives in defense of our nation's freedom. On Memorial Day, we honor the more than 1.1 million men and women who have made the ultimate sacrifice. Here in Swansea, we would typically gather at the beautiful Veterans Memorial Green with hundreds of citizens to honor these soldiers with a ceremonial tribute that I look forward to every year. While the current pandemic has made it necessary to cancel that event, today is still an opportunity to reflect, to remember, and to say thank you. We remain forever indebted to our fallen heroes. Heroes may never die. They live on forever in our hearts and in our minds. May God bless their memory, and may He continue to bless the United States of America. Thank you.